good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Clemson Tigers taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Leaves it with the running back. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Here comes the offense on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Right back to the well.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these deep shot for the end zone. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously a quarterback that has had a lot of success here in recent weeks, and you wonder maybe if he's feeling himself just a little bit too much, a little bit too eager here in the opening drive, taking a shot deep down the field he probably shouldn't have, and the defense made him pay for it with the INT.
Man, he was open, he had an opportunity, you just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
Got a man. It's Brown.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
The Tide crowd rolling boys down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air.
Whoa, this is...
Connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they've got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it. Move on.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson Tide. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Going to run it. It's Davidson. Breaks into the open. The 50. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Clemson.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
Hey.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Leaves it with the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Let's talk about Alabama. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Looking downfield on first down. He's going to fire to the left. He's got it inside the 30. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Hale. Over the move. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on second and goal. Using his feet. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got...
And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he's going to bring this one out. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So first down here as they go back to work. Power football with the run. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20 and pick up the 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. This quarterback part of their running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fleming. There he goes. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. That's exactly what this guy embodies.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone, and I love the vision right here by the quarterback, seeing the quarterback the whole way, breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that cornerback.
Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The give from the gun. Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. The extra point here would tie the game. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he's not going to take the touchback. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. With the catch, it's Young. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Offense in a bunch formation. From the gun, running back on the move. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hale. Pulled down for the tackle.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Found the seam. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are.
Turning it on! And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown time! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a scintillating 57-yard touchdown run. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Hey, stop.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Oh, he's got a chance. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. Clemson is quick to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
And that's a good 2nd down run. Commit to the running game. Run the football. Great gain. Great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Now on 1st down from the 30. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
The gun wants to pass.
No, it keeps going.
And it was Worth again with the long pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Now adjusting. The throw. The short hands. It's Brady. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability and his arm talent to make big-time throws.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
Under fire. Complete disaster there. He loses 10. They'll line up for a second down play. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And now on second down for this offense. Looking downfield very late in the half. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And that's the problem when you get in second and forever. The defense knows. They make you one-dimensional. They know you're going to take shots down the field. They stay deep, they break on the football, and they take advantage of the opportunity.
Throws to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football. They have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to go up top. Flips it out on the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. On his feet at the 40. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Well, Rich, you know what they say, tips oftentimes lead to picks. Not that time, though. That was lucky for the offense.
Ball's free in the air. Go get it, man. The defense doesn't have to grab it just because they deflected it. Under fire. And the rush will get through him at the 25.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Off play action on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that do it with ease.
Give to the back. He is going nowhere. stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pre-fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Third downs are a huge determining factor in winning and losing games. And what a great play by the defense that time. Going up against one of the best third down offenses in the entire country. Great job breaking on the ball and helping force the incompletion.
Punt is on its way. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Wow.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Hauls it in. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Now on second down. Looking to fire. Finds his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage, they're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Third and long, try to convert through the air. Complete to the right. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know, you got to be careful when you're running the draw play because you're hoping those defensive ends get way up the field, thinking it's pass. It didn't happen that time. The defense was able to get a negative play.
Corners are going to bail. Here's the pressure. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. And they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches. But you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, fine. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the middle. Got his man to the left. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You can flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
There on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Haynes. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. That was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Touchdown, Tigers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I'll tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
And he's going to bring this one out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Quarterback making checks. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Tuggle. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and nice job getting him to the ground.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Caught close to the marker, it's Fleming. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. The pitch. Touchdown, Tigers! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And he's not going to take the touchback. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Looking for space to the left. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the 1st.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. From the gun, the running back has it. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. send the back in motion. Here's the handoff. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your lead.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Takes it the other way. He's out of bounds at the 5, and what a job to set up his offense.
And how about this defense, man? You talk about providing a spark and some energy. They make the big interception. I think most importantly, Jesse, set their offense up in ridiculous field position.
And that's one thing this defense practices so much throughout the league, right? It's creating turnovers. They are so opportunistic on that side of the football. They've got athletes. They've got dudes that are dangerous once they get the ball in their hands, and you saw it right there on that tremendous return.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Big fella moving. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll park it at the 1.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll pull it down and run. On the move at the 30. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Calls his own number. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. And they'll send 5 wide receivers out, maybe creating some room for the quarterback to run. He might want another play. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Escapes trouble.
Come on,
Running
bro.
contact. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Hey.
High crowd, rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
Hey.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now 2nd down as they try to run this clock. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He fought him off for a while, and that's what they mean by game tackling. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He'll try to do it himself. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust, you can put it in his hands on third down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your guy. He sees it, nothing open, tucks it, gets a huge third down conversion for this offense.
Quarterback's just going to take a knee.